Hi, I'm the host of the STO Smokers Lounge. I'm here to tell you about Anchor, the perfect app that you can use right now to start your own podcast network. You can broadcast right now. All you got to do is download the app, whether you have a phone, iPad, or even a laptop or desktop. You can right now download Anchor or go to Anchor FM right now and start recording and have your stuff broadcasted over multiple platforms such as Spotify. So go to Anchor today and start your podcast career like I have. Because trust me, I love me some Anchor.
Hello.
Hey, it worked that time, huh?
Oh yes, it worked out. We finally got it. How you doing today?
I'm doing great. Just getting the day started.
No doubt. So how have your week been? We've been going back and forth, via text and everything. Shouts out to the store. Hey, tell everybody about the store. Yeah, tell everybody about the store.
I'm trying to find the thermostat. It's freezing in here. I would say 4 weeks ago connected with a merchandise distribution company, and they asked me to segue them into the adult entertainment. And well, it started out just me getting a store, and then the guy and his son run it. And then he had to call me and let me know that he let his wife know that he was working with a naked model, and he was seeing naked pictures, and just kind of wanted to make sure she was okay with that. And his wife was like, "Why don't you just have her have all of her girls send you stuff to put on their sites?" And so he's a professor and wants to get out of teaching full time and be able to be in the shop with his son and just have it more of a family business where he's they're together. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. I have a lot of people. So I mean, some of the first people I set up was a movie that I'm in, Midwest Hustler, and my friend's animal sanctuary. She rescues exotic animals, and so we set her Hooterville Junction store up. And then I was home for like 2 weeks off a tour. Got a phone call about maybe being an actress in a movie.
Ooh.
In 9 days, it turned in from me being an actress in a movie to me being the lead actress in the movie to me being the associate producer of the movie to my best friend rewriting the movie and playing the second lead role. Now, all of my friends are in this thing. We're going to be creating history, helping real life victims. It's insane. So that led me to you, one of our actresses, Sam Singh. She was like, yeah, she told me about you, and I was like, okay, let's do it. And then I talked to you about your merch, but it's BeMyFanShop.com. And then
and then the backslash smoke this over. So yeah, so this lady helped me get some more merch. So and I want to say thank you because you know what I'm saying, it's like, I like working with other business minded people and people who think you think branding and think all that good stuff. And we're gonna talk about all that in this episode because people, this is special smoke. This ain't the bonus smoke. This ain't the normal episode. This is special smoke. Where when y'all gonna hear it, this is gonna be Monday. If you're on Patreon, you're gonna hear it Sunday. So either way, this is a special edition today. And of course, we are sponsored by lsswirl.com. You already know what that is. And we're here on Anchor. So with that being said, I'm gonna be quiet and let this lady introduce herself, and we're gonna begin from there.
Yeah, my name's Cynthia Taser. I'm also now known as Jim, the lead actress and associate producer of Rise Girls movie. Not a lot I can say about that, except for it's a team of special ops soldiers that are recruited by the American government to go and serve justice to the Syrian government for the way they treat their women, basically, having them as sex slaves. And then we come home and do it in America. But the crazy thing is, all of my girls, they're boss babes that are big into women empowerment anyway. So it's kind of like our real lives are jumping on a TV screen, except for it's based off of fictional storylines. So it's going to be like action, drama, a little bit of comedy. It's not, everybody keeps asking us if it's a porn movie. It's not a porn movie. It's a mainstream movie. The awesome part about it is, you can get all of our actresses naked. You can even get lap dances or custom content from them, but they're not going to be naked.
He said, "Nah, would you go to see them looking sexy, kicking ass?"
Yes, sir. Leather pants, high heels, some red bottom shoes, assault rifles. My girls are being trained by a 3-time black belt Hall of Fame champion, as well as we have some actual organizations, just because I'm not going to throw them out there, but there's certain, and it's like probably on the good and bad side, but we have so many people coming forward to train our girls proper tactics, weaponry safety, multiple attack combat, which is good because all these girls being feature entertainers need that anyway, because sometimes some of these clubs be dropping the ball on that security stuff that's in our contract big time.
No doubt. Now, speaking about that, they're using actual real live adult entertainers, correct?
All of our girls are touring features. We're using real life victims too. We have victims coming forward with their sex trafficking stories. One of the girls that I talked to, she's the only one left in her house that she's locked into that's still alive. We're going to work with attorneys across the country to, if we get these phone calls of girls wanting help out of it, get some pro bono work done for credits in our movie, TV series, to actually help these girls change their lives in real life, and it's all going to be on the screen.
Now, with you being a part of this, and also you having the background, let's go back. What got you into the adult entertainment world?
Well, I thought I knew everything at the age of 16 and had a baby and emancipated my parents and moved to Florida for 2 years. Didn't really tell anybody where I was. My husband left me when I was almost 18. And we were staying down there with his family. I was big into the church. I discipled people on Tuesday, ran women's ministry on Wednesday, practiced with the praise and worship band 3 times a week, sang on Sunday. And then as soon as the band was done, I grabbed the little kids and went and taught Sunday school. I was huge into the church. But I was doing all the church stuff, plus working 2 jobs, and I had a baby in Florida. It's expensive to live. I could barely cover my gas and my babysitter and my diapers. It was ridiculous. So I decided to start dancing. The entire church disowned me. My babysitter couldn't babysit for me anymore. Nobody could do any of that. And that led me down a really, really dark path, because I'd already left my family and the church was my family. And then my other family didn't want me either, and I was I just felt like God didn't love me anymore. And so I didn't really care if I lived anymore. So I just did the most for a long time. And then when, I had a couple of calls that was almost the most was over. And kind of woke me up a little bit. And I realized, God does a lot of hypocrites in religion. And yes, maybe he didn't. Maybe in the Karen version of being a Christian, you're okay. Jesus, when he had Mary Magdalene wipe his feet to clean them with her hair, the Pharisees were like, "Why is she here? What is she doing here? Why are you letting her touch you?" Basically, she, this is disgusting. She can't be here. She's already lost. She's already doomed for hell. We're not even going to try to save that one. And he said, "Show me," basically in translation. He said, show me a man who owes me $500 versus show me a man who owes me $5,000. Who's going to be more thankful and, who's going to be more grateful for their debt being gone? And obviously the one that owes the more money is going to be like him, like that was a lot that you took from me that I didn't have to worry about off my shoulders. And it turns out that those people that didn't want her there were the actual people who crucified Christ.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it says to act like Jesus. And then every time someone from the church judges someone for the path that they're on, I feel like, it's just another form of crucifixion for standing up for. Because, how is there going to be light in the darkness if the light's staying in the lidded room and outcast in the darkness? Like, you got to be mixed in there to bring people over to give hope. Like, my whole, probably last 5 years of dancing has been giving hope for the hopeless, which is what our storyline was about. That was in the storyline before the man even came to me and talked to me about it. This whole thing is divine. We went from me being a possible actress to associate producer, all that good stuff I already said. We have our own clothing line coming out. We have our own custom jewelry line coming out. When the girls complete their mission in Syria, the U.S. government's going to award each girl with a gemstone, because we're all named after precious gemstones. So they're going to have their own custom jewelry.
Now, I want to say this, okay? And this is what I love, right? Now, you always hear the argument. If a girl does adult film, if a girl strips, if a girl escorts, that she could never achieve greatness. She could never go beyond that. You are right now the example and epitome of that. Speak to that for me, please.
Yeah, a big problem with our industry is that they don't train anyone. All these girls come from when I was a kid, I really did know already that I was going to be a stripper. Me and my best friend joked about it. We were going to run away from Florida and dance. But we just like being naked outside. I mean, God gave us, that's how we were. Our skin's our biggest organ, and we get most of our vitamins from the sun. Like, we blocking all of our vitamins. The government got us all covered up and getting sick and maxing out on that insurance money. But the girls don't get trained. They're thrown to the wolves. They come in, maybe they wreck their car, their boyfriend beat them up, and their mom hates them and won't help them out. And they're like, fuck it, I'm going to be a stripper. And the boss is like, I don't know, go get naked on the stage and show me what you got. No training. And then after that, he's like, okay, you look good naked. You can work. And then you got all these girls in the club that want to beat this girl up because she's a new girl and she's making all the money. Because you know how when a dog can sense that you're scared, you let off, because the animal lets off a pheromone when it's scared.
Yeah.
Okay, so guys got that animalistic tendency, and he smells that pheromone, he wants to go after it. That's why the new girls be looking goofy as hell, like flopping fishes sometimes, and they be making the most money. But there is, if you're lucky enough to be in a club that hosts features, you will see that there is opportunity. I mean, in life, period, there is only air and opportunity. Everything is what you make of it. But
so what leads to feature? What leads a girl to going from being just a girl that work in the club to becoming a featured dancer and actually traveling? Period. Because I know it is a process to a certain extent. And also it has to do with your popularity, money, and also how you push yourself. So speak to that.
Yeah, you definitely need to have, some of the girls suck at marketing and still have feature gigs. I mean, because that's part of the club,
Yeah.
Basically, you just decide that you want more. You don't even necessarily need to know how to use a pole. You don't have to know how to do pole tricks to be a feature. And as a matter of fact, if you use pole tricks during your feature show at competitions, they'll dock you points. Because back in the day, there was no poles. So basically, it's like burlesque. A lot of it, burlesque and circus kind of performances, or a lot of our shows have choreography in them. And different things. So basically, in order to be a feature, you just have to know I mean, honestly, you have to know the right people, but we're not sitting in a corner quiet. Like, we're telling people everywhere we go about this. So you just, I mean, and you got to be willing to invest. We got a lot of girls that, you know, they think they're going to get all these titles and they're going to be at the top of the chain and, you know, so famous and all this shit. But if you can't invest in yourself, you're not going to go very far. And investing in yourself means practice. It means dedication, drive. It means those days you want to quit and you're crying, you keep fucking going. I got recruited. I quit dancing and I was running a strip club for a couple years. And the owner of the strip club was a porn star, and she had Bob Ferguson, who originally shot Jenna Jameson for the first time, come to our club to do an episode on our club for the magazine. And I was managing the girls, and he's like, I need you in front of my camera. I was like, boy, get in front of you. Like, I'm the boss. I'm not doing it. And he was like, no, I'm telling you, you need to do it. And I was like, man, you ain't taking no for an answer, are you? So eventually I went and put something sexy on, and I went out and did photos, you know, to show the girls how to do it and blah, 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 because he kind of reversed out. He was like, nope, you got to do it. I'm so grateful for the fact that he made me do it, because he suggested that I go to this summer camp, which is called Nudes a Poppin'. It's a huge festival for contest for Mr. and Mrs. Nude North America. It's taken outside at a nudist colony. And so usually when you first start dancing, they tell you not to be nervous, just to imagine all of your customers naked. This is the only
I heard that before too.
This is the only place in my life in 21 years of dancing that's factual. Like, the customers are all naked. Like, it's a big nudist colony.
Just
so the competition goes on in the pool area. And then it's like, don't feed the bears. There's like customers running around. Like, I'm talking about, you got really hot chicks, you got really not hot chicks, you got really small ones, really big ones, really young ones, really old ones. It's definitely an experience, and they all act like family. And if they are rude in any way whatsoever, they get permanently banned. It's really, really an awesome and an enlightening experience, especially if you like being naked outside.
So it's like put it this way. It's safe to say that you're an exotic dancer, not necessarily a stripper. And if there's a distinction, please explain the distinction.
The distinction is that people need to stop saying stripper like it's a bad thing. We don't give a fuck. We're all strippers.
No, I'm just saying to a certain extent.
I had people tell me all the time, I don't know why strippers get such a bad name. I've had sex with way more CNAs. Them bitches are wild.
Oh no. To me, it's all the same. You feel what I'm saying? But it's kind of like, okay, then it's like this to me. With you're a lady that y'all actually do a routine, y'all do a dance routine, y'all do actual competitions, the whole nine. So versus just working in a club. So there's always levels in any business to this. Just like in porn, you have the people that do the high level porn, you had the mid level, you had this, that, and third. So to me, if there was a level within the exotic dancing community, I would say that you're an exotic dancer by the way that you get what I'm coming from? You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely. We're feature entertainers.
See, I'm a hood dude. Level, see, you get where I'm coming from. I'm a hood dude. See, we be like, yeah, she's a damn. No, she a stripper, nigga. She be in the hood. You know what I'm saying? Versus when we see y'all in the titty bar. we gotta see with our hands. Yeah, you feel what I'm saying? You know, period. Like, we see you in the strip club. You get what I'm saying? We like, yeah, but we know that titty bar. You get what I'm saying? I'm from Durham, you know, I'm a country boy, you know. So,
yeah,
but go ahead. I'm sorry.
Bookings are actually at gentlemen's clubs. So even in the club industry, there's a difference, you know, as far as caliber of clubs. You got the BYOB clubs, and then you got the regular clubs, and then you got the gentlemen's clubs. And you know what? I like some of them BYOB places. Like,
And look, and that was the most money be flowing though. Yeah.
They're dangerous. Too many opportunities for somebody to get drugged in there. Like, them things scare me. I haven't had it happen in an establishment like that, but I definitely have back in the day when Visine could actually hurt you by a fellow dancer, even. Like, it wasn't even a customer. It's crazy. Crazy.
Yeah, I can imagine that world, because even just in the adult film world, you know what I'm saying? And stuff. And let's make this clear. You have never done adult film, am I correct?
Not professionally. Vivid tried to recruit me when I was 19, and I told him no.
But I mean, but do you? Because I think what you have an OnlyFans?
I do have an OnlyFans. I'm a webcam model. I am an owner of xvidchat.com.
Okay.
We are
the boss shit. This flex has been brought to you by Cynthia Teaser.
yeah. So xvidchat.com is not its own site. It's actually white label. We do recruiting for American and Canadian models for the biggest cam company in the world, Live Jasmine. So, but make sure you go to xvidchat.com. Give me some credit for giving them a little shout out there.
Because it's like with you, it seems like you have you have ability to get people to connect to your machine. You get what I'm coming from? And I think that is an art that is unique, special, and how can I put this? It's like finding a needle in a field of haystacks. You get what I'm coming from? And two, you're a woman. How important is it when you step into the building that you want people to respect you as a business woman just as much as a business person?
You know what's insane is I'm really sweet and submissive, but like, I got freight train, you make me mad. Like, it takes a lot to get me there, but once you get that thing going, it ain't stopping no time. But I have guys that'll tell me that they felt my dominance when I walked in the room and that they couldn't get a lap dance from me. And I'm like, it's not even that. Like, why are you being such a simp? Like, you're acting the role for wanting to dance pretty freaking hard right now. Those ones, they usually end up caving if I feel like messing with them. Some of them I'm just like, I'm not in the mood. But I am respected. People are. I have not been disrespected in a while. I do have to say that, like, I shared, because my home club, the place I've been touring for like 7 years, they're gonna let us use their club. They're gonna let us use some of their club stories. The boss is gonna play some big roles that we were worried about not having someone to fill, or like upsetting the industry, and he volunteered for that. So God is definitely working in this. It's not even just a film, it's a movement. We're never gonna ever sell our rights. We'll give limited use permission for anybody who, like, big screen wants to do this, but we're telling our story. We're bringing light. We're changing lives. I can't wait to be able to tell everybody more. I mean, and we have some big people working with us on this thing. We're going to be able to go down, and I'm going to be able to help host Fantasy Fest. That crowd draws over 70,000 people. It's down in Key West. Beautiful location. Be able to have my Rise girls down there. I got my private bodyguard, Go Bodyguard USA.com, in his Hummer. Look, when I met this man, he had to explain to me that he wasn't the police. He had a bulletproof vest and 4 guns on him. I was like, this is a little bit excessive for a photo shoot, right? Like, where are you taking me to shoot photos, chick? Brandy Hess, my resident photographer, I am hoping to get her down there and shoot, at least 3. I know of at least 3 or 4 of our girls are going to be down there at that event. Hugh Hefner, LA Hef, he's going to be in our first episode playing a Catholic priest that has hots for Strawberry Blondes once we get back from Syria. So it's like this man awakened to finally get the destiny that he was supposed to have. There's a lot of epicness going on in this film. I do have to say, I thank Bob Ferguson from Cherry Magazine so much for making me get back into dancing and entertaining. These girls, they just got to come up with a costume and routine, maybe a couple different things to play with. Some girls do hoops, some girls do little water baths, some girls do body paints, some girls do fire performances, sword swallowing. You can message me personally on my Facebook page or email if you want to get into feature entertaining, and I'll help you. I do a lot of the promo for the Miss Exotic pageant series. And
now with feature entertaining, let's talk about the touring. How heavy is the touring that you girls do? Because like for example, like when I look at professional wrestling, how they tour, you know what I'm saying, how the girls that do, you know what I'm saying, the porn tour. When your tour, how demanding is your tour schedule?
As demanding as the contracts that you want to take. I mean, there's some girls that they're on tour 50 weeks out of the year. I tour for probably about 6 weeks out of the year. You know, I have too many other things going on, and
we can see. I mean, as we can see, because you get to the point where you ain't gonna need to tour no damn more. So shoot. Because I mean, how vital is touring
now? I had to wake up literally. Well, I woke up 5 minutes. I kept snoozing my alarm. I set it for an hour before we got on, and every 5 minutes I was like, "It ain't time yet."
Because being a boss is like being a boss is taxing. It's just there's no sleep.
Yeah, I've been working 21 hours a day on these projects. I hadn't slept for 40 hours when I hit my club for my first night. And then I worked all night. And then the next day I got up and went and did a photo shoot before work. Went and ran the club from 8 p.m. till 2 a.m. and then went and shot photos again until 5 in the morning. Like my schedule has been packed. So like I just got, you know, sleep. We're doing this, and then I have a photo shoot before work. So I'm like, it's been nonstop.
So us being bosses, we got to speak to the mental health things of it. When do you take me time, and how do you take me time? The time that I need to re-energize, refresh, breathe.
You know what's crazy is my 12-year-old is a gifted and talented student. She's homeschooled now because our school systems are jacked, man. They really, really are. But she was like, "Mom, you need to stop and do something for yourself." And I was like, "I do stuff for myself all the time. I just got done getting my nails done." She's like, "Mom, that's for work." I was like, "Okay, well, I went and bought a new outfit yesterday." She said, "Mom, you bought a new outfit for work." I was like, "Well, I'm going on vacation to Cancun, you know." And she was like, "Yeah. And you plan on having a business meeting while you're there?" I'm like, "Bro."
See, sometimes kids are smarter than us.
You'll never work another day in your life. And that's how I honestly feel. Like, yeah, hell yeah. Some of these days, like, I'm getting my ass whooped right now. I'm not even going to lie, because I've been nonstop on this movie and setting all this stuff up. Like, how did we go from me being a possible actress to our own clothing line? You know, like, we got so much stuff going on. I mean, God, that's how that happened, because I can't even get in my own hotel room without having to struggle, like, on some real life stuff.
But yeah, because the thing of it is that the one thing that the biggest misconception that people make of ladies in the sex work industry, that y'all are not business oriented. You know, when you hear many of the podcasts, I don't need to name any. When they interview girls that do OnlyFans, when they interview girls in the industry, they pick the girls that are really not thinking 10 years, 5 years down the line, career oriented down the line when it comes to this. The reason why I bring this up is it speak to the fact of, one, you're trying to bring a message to the world. Two, the fact that you're in sex work and you're bringing this message. And three, you're a woman that's bringing this message. Speak to all of those points.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. And I keep saying that, you know, God has his part in this, and he definitely does. We have ministers that are, you know, they're on board with our message. You know, they don't, I mean, there's certain parts of it that they don't like, and they might not even come out and, you know, get on our little links as a support business, but they're there, they're praying for us. They're wanting us to see this through. I have had people at the club come up to me just random people I never talked to before in my life just come up to me and tell me that God has me where he wants me right now, and that my work is what I'm supposed to be doing right now in my life. And talk about blow you away when somebody comes up to you to randomly just say something about God in a strip club. That tells me that 100% the feeling that I have that this is all him and it's divine. Like, and my whole life led up to this. Like, he gives his hardest battles to his strongest soldiers. You know, I've been outcasted by, you know, everybody for doing what I do, and still able to give hope and inspiration. As far as business, like, that's been in my blood my whole life. My mom owned a construction company. My dad owned a tree service. And I was a little badass kid because I had some family shit going on. And whenever I would get in trouble at school, I had to go out on the weekends and either build a damn house or fucking cut down a tree. So, you know, I had horses my whole life, and that ain't nothing. You 4 o'clock in the morning, you carrying a 50-pound hay bale out to feed your damn pet. Like, you know, and my life started rough about the time I was 5, or I mean, really 3, because my mom became a single mom. Well, she wasn't a single mom, but my dad was incarcerated, so she was basically a single mom, you know, for a couple of years. Had me and my baby brother, and so our life has been like, was crazy from the jump. But so I think it's just survivor mode is like completely always on for me. And that's probably why I'm so, you know, I involve myself so much in my work, because then it keeps my mind off of like everything. And honestly, like, my life is beautiful right now. So, but anybody, they do make them girls sound just basically like dumb cum buckets.
Yeah.
But, you know, a lot of them play that part well.
Yeah.
Not a lot of them are, you know, a lot of them, they are on there looking ditzy and all that stuff. It's for, you know, I mean, that's a business effort too. Like,
but see, to me, it's okay. This is how I look at it. All right, they would never do a rapper like that. You get what I'm coming from?
Right.
It's respect for the industry. It's normalized for these fuckers to watch us fuck, suck, get fucked, strip on stage, whatever. But it's not normalized for us to actually be in it. You get what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, that's what I mean by when the business became normalized, especially when it came to OnlyFans, it made people it made people think what we do is easy. Well, this is on the adult film side. I don't know about the dancing side, because I'm sorry. There's nothing easy about dancing. You can't even some of the shit you ladies do, from the pole to God, shit.
That pole is abusive too. Let me tell you, like, after as long as I have in the industry, like, I got a messed up MCL, a messed up ACL, my back's screwed, I got hip displacement.
Strippers are athletes. Strippers are athletes, exactly. Athletes, because I'm sorry, some things they do with the pole, and some of the girls can come down that pole so fast and stop on a dime. Yeah, and I'm like, the muscle control that you got to have just to be in the air, you know, that's the reason why women can do the balance beam. Men, we can't.
So, you know, like, the balance beam. And people try to do that little Indian snake bite thing on your arm and like twist both of their hands and make it burn your little wrist. Yeah, that's what the pole's like every day.
Woo, good night.
It burns. I look like somebody beat me up. I have bruises everywhere from that thing this week.
Yeah. So it's kind of okay. I'll ask you this then. I'm gonna ask you this question. Have you ever watched Jocelyn Cabaret?
No.
You haven't? Okay. I can't even ask you the question then. Carl gonna say, is it that catty? Does it be that catty in the back in them clubs sometimes?
Oh yeah. I have a contract that says that I have my own dressing room or I'm not coming. I can't handle that. Yeah, and then when I was working at this club in Chicago, and I got into it with one of my other features, because every time I come into the club, I don't give a fuck who's sitting in the little spot. That first spot, that exit spot, that's my fucking spot. Because y'all get drunk later and decide to beat each other up. I ain't getting beat up because I'm sitting in the wrong fucking spot.
Good. See
Like I
that?
hear that shit going down, I'm out that motherfucker. I'm not involved. Like it does happen. Yes.
Yes, because I heard it goes down. It goes down in the back.
Well, it's kind of
Oh,
like, like, I mean, them girls get in fights on the daily. Ain't no cops getting called. Not at the strip club for a
yeah.
cat fight. They just
Yeah,
pay a
but
fine and go back to work the next day.
hey bitch. Hey bitch. See you
You
later.
cost me $400. Next time I beat your ass, I'm gonna take that $400 out of it.
Got your ass, bitch. Weave it all, ho. Stitches and all.
Oh my goodness. Okay, so I was on stage one time on tour and I caught wind of a little disturbance and I
Yeah.
saw this girl snatch this girl's weave off her head. Oh my life. Like I just stood there. I couldn't even perform because I was like, holy shit. Right on the floor in front of customers and everything. Like it's not supposed to be like that. These girls need to understand that, that's a party. So basically you're party host.
Yeah.
It's not, oh my God, I'm gonna go here and cut through my fucking money. No, you technically as an independent contractor are your own business owner. So it's a group of girls who own their own business working together to ensure everybody makes money. But girls don't look at it that way. Oh, this customer, that's my money. No, it's the bar's money. It's the bar's customer. It's not each individual dancer's customer because you wouldn't even ran into that customer if it wasn't for the bar. It's a network. Okay, so instead of fighting each other, be the host of a damn party every night. Don't go in talking about, oh, I hope I make money tonight. Make sure you make money tonight. You're running a damn party. If the party fails, it's because you sucked at running your fucking party. Calling your customers, hey, we're partying tonight. Like, hey, this is the special for tonight. Hey, if you come by and you get 3 lap dances, I'll give you one for free tonight. Like you are running your own business. And these girls just, in a business, they're kind of running it like it's a car sales business. A lot of car salesmen, they just started like lot lizards. So they got to sit there and wait for the customer to come in and want to buy a car. But the good sales guy, he's in the Rolodex looking about people who bought cars 3 years ago. They're about ready probably for a trade-in. Let me call them. Instead of, and it's got to be that same kind of concept with the club if these girls want to truly make money and stop fighting each other. Because these guys are like not at home listening to their nagging ass wife because they don't want to hear that shit.
Which is interesting that you saying all this because this goes to the adult film industry, even from the girls that do solo content. I always say this: girls do solo content. If you want to extend your business, at some point you will have to adjust and switch to doing boy girl because your fan base will want that. In this business of the exotic dancer, what girls have to learn to adjust to in order to them to increase as well to extend their money and bankability in this business?
I mean, we are basically naked therapists. I would say adding value to the person's life instead of constantly hustling them to where they got to cry about not being able to pay their electric bill. Like work with them about what their budget is, like help them with their savings and shit. They're going to be more loyal to you for longer. I don't know. Like that's probably going to get me in trouble. The club owners are like, nah, bitch, take that money.
Oh, no. Because I tell people it's the best hustle is the best female in the club is the girl to get the most money, didn't have to take off her clothes. That means her talk game was that good. You feel what I'm saying? Period. So, and a lot of girls don't have good talk game. And
look,
go ahead.
So you're absolutely right. But you know what? In the same term, these girls are running around in a G-string and a bikini top, half-assed naked, talking about, I don't know why he won't get a dance from me and get me naked. Bitch, you're already naked. He's seeing everything that he wants already because you are not covered. But put some clothes on. They're not going to pay you to take your clothes off when you don't got no clothes to take off. They're not going to come up. They're not going to come up and chip you on stage because now you're in that same bikini and thong that you was wearing on the floor. Like, that's not anything any different. Now you're just wiggling around. He was enjoying talking to you. So have some clothes on when he's talking to you. If he wants to talk to you when you're not dressed, then he's going to have to pay to get you undressed or tip you when you're on stage. Like, half the clubs running around naked. What's the point? You know, they just party and stay to themselves. Like they see ass everywhere. They don't want just yours. They got 7 of them running around.
Mm-hmm. But no, in your situation though, how much of it was the game that you was, how can I put this, mentored on versus you thought?
Oh, so I've been dancing for 21 years, and before September 11th, it was way different. Like, you know, you didn't really have to hustle. People just wad up $100 bills and throw them on the stage. Like, but we did hustle. The club, you know, the club even helped us with our hustle because you would be back there, you know, and just dancing. You know, you never ask the guy if he wants another song. You just keep dancing until he tells you to stop. You know, and he knows that it's $25 a song. Why are you gonna make that him aware of that? You know, and so that's how we hustled back in the day. Is we just, you know, just keep dancing because he's gonna get lost in you after your first song. He's gonna want another one, and then before you know it, he's got 20-something songs. Talk about how long have we been back here? And then because it's so many songs, and he's not gonna know anyway. Back in the day, the club would just add a couple more. Today, all these girls are like, you know, they dance and he's all caught up in the moment. And then the song ends and they stop and look at him. Do you want another dance? First off, these guys want more than a dance. That's a silly damn question anyway. But, you know, they make them aware of the fact that, oh, this is going to be another one. They already know that. You told them that when you went back there. It's $25 a song. You know, it's not your job to tell them to when to quit spending their money. They'll tell you if they're done, you know.
See, sometimes it cuts out that we just had to punch you back in. Now we were talking about the difference between, you know, you were saying, well, I asked you about how much of it is it being mentored and what you thought you knew, meaning what you learned and someone showed you versus the misconceptions that you had walking in.
I mean, when you walk in, you don't know shit. You just gotta watch the other girls and learn. Like there's no one gonna teach you how to, like, very rare do you have a club that has girls that will teach you how to do all of this. A lot of it's eye contact, and a lot of girls when they first start working, they don't learn, you know, they're nervous, so they can't do eye contact. But you make eye contact with somebody, it personalizes it and draws attention, like, to, like, they feel like you're paying attention to them, and they're more likely to do stuff. Like, I'll just go and sit with somebody and not say anything until they feel uncomfortable, and we're like, hey, do you want to dance? Because you're sitting there. Like, there's different ways to go about it, but there's not really anything that I was ever taught. It was all a matter of learning it. And I was recruited out of the strip club industry by a millionaire to run some sales, to be a salesperson, and I ended up running a whole lot of stuff for him for a while. Made over 6 figures in the corporate industry as well, but it's sales. So these self-help books, these sales books, how to close people, Rich Dad Poor Dad, you know, the 7 steps to highly effective people.
So peep this. So basically, you can sit here and say that the stripper game actually got you ready for the business world in many ways. Is it safe to say?
Oh, well, definitely. I mean, and it gave the opportunity for someone to scout me and, you know, be like, hey, you know, because I was the top dancer in the club that I was at, and he knew obviously if I got that, I got hustle. So, you know, I've had car dealerships try to recruit me out of the club, and a lot of things. You know, you got a lot of businessmen. I mean, coming in there. Shoot, I've done dances for the liquor commissioner before, like. You know, there's lots of opportunities if you're running your life right, being in entertainment, for sure. That's how I got that. That's how I got my webcam company. That's how I got my partnership with the merchandise manufacturer. Like with that, we're even gonna go as far as like, you birthday celebrations, you can get that. Get birthday t-shirts. When someone passes away, you know how they do like memorial t-shirts, but then that thing gets lost or ruined in a year or two and you don't have it no more. Well, we're going to set up a permanent online site. So anytime you have, a family member or whatever that, crosses the other side, you can buy that shirt anytime you want. That money's always going to go to that family. We're also going to do memorial puzzles because the kids and generations down the line ain't going to know that family member. But if they learn about that family member when they're a child trying to learn how to put together a puzzle, they're going to feel like they know that person and that person's still in their family. And then they're going to, you know what I mean, be able to tell people. Because a lot of people nowadays, they don't know who their family was. They don't have no stories about it. They don't, nothing. Like, unless somebody in the actual family goes back and looks at the genealogy tree of your family and does that research, people don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of awesome stuff going on. I can't wait to get on again and tell you guys more about it. Like, I'm pretty ADD, so I'm all the fuck over the place. But
oh no, sometimes they make the best businessmen and women, the AD ones, because they able to multitask.
Oh yeah, I'll be trying to go to sleep. I gotta put that Zen music on so my brain will shut up.
No doubt. So here's another question. Be it that you in this world, had you? I mean, I don't know if you're single, date, married. You know what I'm saying? What have you? You ain't got to disclose if you want to. But have you noticed? Is it hard for someone to find love in this business? Because you always hear someone say, "Well, if you do this, you can't. Ain't nobody gonna want you, or
Oh
ain't
my
nobody
goodness.
gonna put up with you."
Okay, they either don't want you, or they don't want you and don't want anybody else to have you. Like, I have been through bullshit my whole life when it comes to relationships, and just December, the guy that I was with for like 5 months cheated on me twice, and I still was dumb and stayed with him. But when I was done, man, I gave him a right hook eviction notice, and he beat the ever living tar out of me.
You look like a tomboy. It look like you could got them throw some hands.
Yeah,
because
so
you
they
really
don't call
mean
me
shit.
taser for no reason. I got tasered in the back of a car, handcuffed and already in the back seat, and they tasered me because they couldn't get my leg in the door. Not once, not twice, not three. They tasered me 4 fucking times. Like, the first time I was like, damn, you tasered me. Really, you wasn't playing around. No, he was like, put your leg in the door, I'm gonna taser you. And I was just like, rectify the situation, because they assaulted me when they responded to a call that they didn't even know why they was there, and I know my rights. And I was like, I ain't fucking going to jail. Y'all fucking hit me first. Like, I didn't even do anything wrong. I went to my little sister. People do that every day. I didn't put no hands on her. Well, my voice sounded intimidating. Okay. Yeah, be scared.
God. No, because I can tell that you was a tomboy. And tomboys always had the best body, always end up being the sexiest women. It never fails.
I went to state for wrestling in like 8th grade. I was in wrestling, track. I showed horses most of my life, trained horses. Yeah, that'll fuck your body up too. I'm getting launched off them things. I've been stomped on by one of them.
I've never rode a horse in my life. I've never rode. I always wanted to. Never got the opportunity.
Yeah, my mom was like kind of like a horse hoarder. We had 99 of them at one damn point. She would just rescue them from everywhere. So there was a lot of work. There wasn't even just like, half of them had been getting fed off of the day old dollar stores fucking bread, like not fed right. Like there's abused, like all sorts of crazy stories. We had anything from miniature horses all the way up to Clydesdales. It was crazy, but
good. Like I said, you're an interesting person. Period. It wouldn't surprise about it, or you will eventually be writing probably a book about your life after it's all said and done.
Well, you know what's funny is I've had ghostwriters for a lot of years want to, and when I was in my best subjects were English and reading, and all my teachers said I was going to write stories, in my later life. And the thing about this TV movie series, like I haven't let these ghostwriters do it because I'm like, man, when I retire, I ain't gonna have nothing to do, so I'll just write my own damn story. And then a couple times I'm like, man, what if I don't make it through to finish writing my story? Life's crazy. You never know when your ticket's gonna get called. But this movie, my story is gonna get told through the TV series because these actresses are gonna tell their story on what ended up getting them to where they're at. As far as an actress, what made this team of special ops soldiers that avenge sex crimes want to do that. And the truth is, like, most of us have been molested or raped or both, or most of us have those stories. My 12-year-old daughter is actually going to play my character Flashback, so
keep it in the family. Well, the way she sounds like she's ready, because she telling you.
Okay, so
she's your personal assistant.
I got good taste, but this girl, ever since she was like 8 years old, and mind you, she's a tomboy. She's a beast. She was the little ringleader of our neighborhood when we lived back home. Nobody would be outside playing unless she was outside playing type shit. And there's a whole neighborhood of kids, and nobody, if she was on tour with me, they'd all be like, "It's so boring around here. Nobody wants to play." She'd be home. It'd be a whole neighborhood party. But yeah, she's ready for it, and she knows what's happened in my real life. And she's my little pit bull, but she's been since she was 8. She'd be like, "Mom, are you going out the door like that?" I'll be like, "Yeah, why?" Go back to your closet because this would look better with that. And I'll be damned if she ain't been right the whole time. She's picked out my outfits for photo shoots before when I was too fat, like in too big of a hurry. And I was like, just go get me something to wear. Like, she is so smart and she has great taste when it comes to that. She, she tries to get me, like, she'll be like, she helps me get clean stuff. So, like, if I'm walking out by a lake, she'll take a video of me walking out by the lake, and she helps with promo and stuff that way. So she's definitely, as soon as she's old enough, well, and this is all mainstream, so she's going to be on the team anyway, helping with this stuff. She's already, giving us suggestions for, like, footage, like when the girls, to have, like, a video of, like, all the girls in red bottom heels walking through the hallway and you just hear the clinking of their heels. She's like, that should be one of your trailers, like, she's so fucking smart. And, she's going to have, and that's another thing in the history, she's going to have a part in this film. She doesn't have acting. She's playing a lead role. She doesn't have any schooling. She's probably going to get a couple classes, or I'm gonna make her teach herself on YouTube because she teaches herself so much stuff. She's homeschooled and she's a self-guided learner. So the kid tried teaching herself Japanese a couple years ago. I was like, "Girl, if you don't quit, I can't even talk to you right now. I don't even know what you're saying to me. That's fucked up."
She is brilliant. That's what kids nowadays is. They got the internet. We had to go to the library. Yeah.
Right.
That's all I got to say about that, people.
Well, a lot of them don't use the internet. They're just so lazy. Like,
they pick it up on TV. It's crazy and stuff. So people, so you can understand. So people fans, y'all can understand. This is going to be an ongoing series because the movie that she's talking about, this is going to be one of the rollout hubs for it. So you will hear different episodes where I'll be talking to her, as well as the cast and the crew and for this movie, period.
You're going to hear us on a lot more podcasts, but this is going to be the main one. This is where everything's launching at.
Yeah, and you hear it. You feel me? And the main thing that I think, me personally, why I attach myself to this, why I have no problem with it, is that it's sex work trade bringing attention to sex. That is powerful within itself, within the message, because get villainized and demonized, period. And understand this: there's ladies that do this because they want to. This is what they love to do. This is what they enjoy to do. But there's females that are forced into this. There are kids that are forced into this. And when you have people that's from that speaking and trying to bring light to this, and in a way that people can stomach it, because hey, it's a TV series.
Yeah, and it's gonna be mainstream. Like any of the it's gonna be kind of like almost like well, I don't even know if I can even say that, but like a 50 Shades of Grey is kind of gonna be our sex scenes. It's not gonna be like, oh, like fucking porno straight up.
Yeah.
And then like our it's gonna be kind of like the feel of like 1,000 Ways to Die as well, as far as our death scenes. But a lot of it's gonna be real life stories. Like, the guy who sticks his hands where they don't belong while the girl's on stage, and she reacts by taking her shoe off and turn around, clock him in the head with it. Like there's gonna be real life stories that have actually real life happened, and and we're building an animal therapy rehabilitation camp as well through our animal sanctuary. This movie is going to be funding having an actual rehabilitation camp for sex workers or just anyone who's been trafficked or dealt with a sexual crime. So we have, and we're also in the process of not only helping that 501c, but opening our own through the movie, and then certain avenues of funding. So like, let's say that our custom jewelry line, maybe your girlfriend that's her birthstone, or maybe your girlfriend has the same story as that character. When those jewelry items are purchased, not only are you giving a special meaning to your whoever you're buying it for, but then you're also compensating these girls for their stories, because we want to set it up to where, they get a percentage of the residuals of the nonprofit, and that's how they, earn. We want to compensate them. We want to change real lives. Like with that bottom line, we want to change real lives. You're gonna be able to see Rise Girls. Like there's no other. This is history in the making. And right now, a 20 donation to our paypal.me/risegirlsmovie will get you an autographed copy of the script and a DVD. This is very, very limited. If you're a business and you want to support this movement, $500 gets you credit in the movie, in the episode that you credited. So right now, like we're working on the pilot. So $500 gets you that. It gets you a sponsor shirt on our T-shirts. It gets you your own merchandise store where you can offer over 5,000 products to consumers, or order your stuff at cost. It gets you promo spots on all of our social media, shout outs, and you also get the autographed script and DVD, as well as a movie poster for your establishment or establishments if you have more than one. That's a big deal. The history part is there's not really a movie that all of the lead actresses have never been on film before. Probably not very many associate producers out there that don't have a degree in theater. Probably not any movies out there where their characters dress up in their costume in real life and go randomly throughout the cities of America. So our girls are all featuring tours. So when they're on tour, or feature entertainers. So when they're on tour, they're going to go the first day of their tour, dress up in one of their Rise Girls outfits, and get a video of them walking down the busiest street in that town. We're going to be able to post on our movie page, hey, Jim is in, like, for instance, I'm in Victoria, Texas right now. I'm going to be in Wichita Falls, Texas next week, featuring at the Maximus, which is one of the home clubs of our movie and our showgirls. But, I'm going to have a video of me walking downtown Victoria. Oh, Jim is at, and we're not going to post that I'm downtown Victoria because I'm at the strip club on our movie page. Because this movie is going to be mainstream. Like, we want anybody and everybody to not having a problem watching it. But on our actress page, they're gonna know, hey, she's at this club. Eventually, like we're gonna be obviously we have our merchandise store, so you can come and get your posters autographed by them and even get a lap dance. That's probably a historical thing. There's a lot of history in the making going on with this film, and it's not even just a film anymore. It's actually a movement.
A strong one. So no more, Mama. Don't tell them no more, because we got plenty of episodes coming for y'all to hear more.
Yeah, I'm not out of breath anyway. My goodness.
You know what I'm saying? So tell them where they can find you, baby girl. Tell them where you can find you.
I do want to give a shout out to the app Clapper. It's basically an adult version of TikTok.
Yeah. Go ahead. Talk about
because
Clapper.
That's where I got both my merchandise distribution partnership and my this movement. Like they both came from Clapper. I've only been on Clapper for 4 months. I already have almost 18,000 followers in 4 months. They do allow you to plug any outlet. So, if you want to put your porn link on there because you're a porn star, you can put that on your profile. As long as you're not nude in your profile, it's a free speech adult platform. And it's basically set up kind of like TikTok. TikTok's been changing some of their shit because they hurting right now. We have an insane amount of users. The app is really friendly. I know they do like a town hall. They do We the People of Clapper. You can go in. They have a live feed they have it twice a week, to where you can listen to what all they're doing behind the scenes to make the app better. You can give suggestions on making the app better. It's a Clapper family. And them people on there, they're real life amazing as fuck. That app is definitely one to have. But you can Google Cynthia Taser, or you can go to risegirlsmovie.com and find our Facebook page. I definitely suggest following our Facebook page because that's where most of our information is getting put out, just because of the way the app's set up. But yeah, big things. BeMyFanShop.com/risegirls for our merchandise. That'll also link you to all of our actresses, where you can get their merchandise, which is like naked posters and shit. So definitely want to go check that out.
Yeah. See, people. I bring you the business in every which way, shape, form, or fashion. Life is a learning experience. What's the point of experience? You didn't learn anything. Smoke that over. Thank you for coming, baby.
I do want to touch one last thing. If y'all want merchandise for yourself, send me a message. My email is cynthiataser@gmail. Send me a message, but you need to let me know that you heard about it on this stream so that I can get Bobby some credit and clout for referring you, and he'll have a list of people underneath him. So whenever anybody goes to the podcast page, they'll be able to find you in a menu to kind of, give you some more exposure. If you're on here doing interviews, then it makes it easier. He don't even have to tell anybody what your site is. He just keeps plugging his own site, and they can go there and find you from his merchandise store. So
this woman is a motherfucking Steve Jobs. she got more. Hey. Where and I'm gonna say this, Miss Lady. Where I'm from, we call you Hustle You. That thing. She's from baby. She got and it's all legal. That's the beauty of it.
I have all my college credits are classes that I needed. So sociology, psychology, political science. I have enough to have almost a bachelor's degree, but I didn't take any general education courses because I went to college to learn, not to be schooled. So I say I graduated from Street University because I did door-to-door sales for every phone, internet, and TV company in this country. As a regional manager and a sales rep. And I learned through reading books. That's how I learned. Experience, putting myself in the streets and reading books. So if you guys want to learn, Not necessarily how to be like me, because ain't nobody ever gonna be like me. I'm definitely cut from a different slice, but I'll teach you as much as I possibly can. I have success. If you go to Cynthia Taser on YouTube, I have like a list of success videos that I listen to when I go work out. That'll help you. I can give you recommendations for other stuff if you want to further what you're doing. But thank you for your time, Bobby. Thank you for having me on the podcast. Thank you for your part in this.
No, thank you. And you will be back. Y'all will hear more about Rise. She's gonna be a regular on here. You feel me? Special smoke. That's how we give it to you people.